Hello, children. This is Grandma's Angels coming to you again. And I have another new message I'd like to share with you. And I'm going to tell you a story. Today's story is called Give Life. Okay? And it goes like this. There was two terminally ill men that were in a hospital room. And terminally ill means that they were never going to leave that room, that's where they were going to die because they were terminally ill, meaning there's no cure for what they had. So anyway, they became friends in that room, and there was one window in that room, and there was one bed close to the window, and then the other bed was on the other side of the room. Well, the man in the bed on the other side of the room one day asked his friend closest to the window, and he said, if you have enough strength in you, would you mind lifting yourself up and looking and telling me what you see outside? And the elderly man closest to the window, he said yes. So he did. He lifted himself up and he began describing, there's children playing outside, having so much fun running and playing. There's a young couple that he saw walking hand in hand, and they looked very much in love. There was an elderly couple sitting on the park bench, and she had her head on his shoulder. It was very tender looking. And he saw trees just swaying from the breeze outside, and he said it was just like music moving with those leaves and moving back and forth. And he said he saw birds flying overhead, and he saw beautiful flowers down in the park that were multicolored and just glorious to look at. Very, very beautiful. And he said the sun is out and it's as bright as can be. Well, the man in the next bed laid back, and he's with a smile on his face, and he said, oh, thank you so much. And the next day came. He asked the elderly man closest to the window if he would describe to him again what he saw outside. So this went on day after day after day until the day came, and the elderly man that laid by the window passed away. Now, his friend shed many tears, and he mourned him for several days, and he lost a really good friend, and he was very lonely without him. Well, one day when the nurse came in to take care of him, he asked the nurse, he said, please, I know my friend is gone, but would you mind pushing my bed over to the window so I can continue to see the beautiful things that he described to me every day? He said, it just made me so happy to see those things, and I'd like to see them on my own. And the nurse said, you didn't know? And the man said, know what? And she said, well, sir, the man that passed away, he never could have seen all those things he described to you. He was blind. And he goes, what? What do you mean he was blind? He described things beautifully to me. He saw them in great detail. How could he be blind? And she said, sir, first of all, even if he could see, which he couldn't, there's nothing but a brick wall outside the window. It's the building next to our building. There's no park where people are and children are playing. There's nothing like that outside that window. It's just a brick wall. And she said, but don't you understand why he said those things to you every day? And the man said, no, why? And she said, he gave you life. How did you feel every day when he described those beautiful sceneries to you? And he goes, I felt so happy, so alive, so exuberant, just very happy to hear everything he told me in detail. And she said, sir, that's why he did it. He wanted to give you life. He knew he couldn't see those things, but why would he take that away from you? He wanted you to be able to see those things. He never could see those things for himself, but he knew that you could if he described them beautifully enough. So children, that's my story. The elderly man that passed away gave life to the other man in the other bed that was terminally ill. So that's my story. If we could just stop judging one another, bullying one another, ridiculing one another, making fun, finding fault with one another, if we could stop doing those things and take time out to see all the beauty that is around you. There is so much beauty in this world. You just have to open your eyes and look at it, not shut your eyes to these beautiful things. And reach out and give service to someone else. Make them happy. It doesn't always have to be about you. Reach out and make someone else smile, laugh, or feel good about themselves. Okay? So that's my story today. I hope you get something out of it. I hope you get the meaning to give and not take, but find the joy in giving. All right? I hope you like and subscribe to my station, and have a wonderful day, and I'll be back again soon. Alrighty, talk to you later. Be the best you can be and be kind to everyone. Alrighty, bye-bye.